In our previous video, we were introduced to the types of reproduction in plants, the asexual and the sexual type of reproduction. Now let us discuss each type in detail. Where do we begin? Asexual reproduction will be a good start to understand the concept. The major types included in the list of asexual reproduction are vegetative propagation, fragmentation, budding, and spore formation. Let's get started with understanding the vegetative propagation first. The most important thing we need to remember is that since it's a type of asexual reproduction, the process will never involve fusion of gametes. Now, as the name says, vegetative means some part of the plant, apart from the flower. Wait, tell me, why apart from the flower? We know that the flower is a reproductive organ of the plant body. So if a flower is involved, then the process will be sexual reproduction. So coming back to the point of vegetative propagation, it clearly indicates any vegetative part, the roots, the stems, or the leaves. And what does propagation mean? It means propelling ahead. So here it refers to continuing the species. In simple words, it means giving rise to new offsprings. Now tell me, which parts of the plant will be used for propagating the species? Plants use different parts like the stem, suckers, leaves, bulbs, and tubers. Let's look at each type. To begin with, we have the stem. Many plants have horizontally developing structures that arise from the stem. These are called stolon or runners. These structures appear somewhat like this. These stolon run along the ground and can develop roots at any point, helping in formation of a new plant. Plants like strawberries, silverweed, and hawkweed are included in this type. The next part used for propagation is also included in the list of stems. The part is called rhizome. Now what could this be? Just like the stolon, even the rhizome is a horizontal stem, but it grows underground. Yes, underground. The structure arises from the stem and runs perpendicular to the force of gravity. The structure is capable of giving rise to new roots below it and even shoots above the surface of the soil. Plants like ginger and turmeric reproduce in this manner. The next type we will discuss is that of suckers. These are the extensions or growths that arise from the base of the stem. These extensions can develop roots and shoots, giving rise to a new plant. Have you ever seen banana plantations? The new banana tree grows attached to the older one. This is because the parent tree develops suckers that further develop roots and shoots to form a completely new plant. Now, after the stem, let's move on to the leaves. Can you think of leaves being used as organs for reproduction? Your answer is probably no. But astonishingly, some plants do have magical leaves that can give rise to a completely new plant. For example, we have the bryophyllum. This plant has leaves which bear extremely small plantlets in the fringes or the margins of the leaves. When the leaves fall off, the plantlets firmly root themselves and can develop into new plants. That's how it works. Now, after the stems and leaves, let's talk about the major structures found below the ground. First, we have bulbs. What are bulbs? Some categorize bulbs as stems, while others don't. For now, we focus on the bulbs as simply the structures that help in storage of food. So can bulbs participate in vegetative propagation as well? Yes, they can. Plants like daffodils have bulbs at the base which can form roots. Now, when the plant has to reproduce, the bulbs split into smaller structures that give rise to new plants. Same is the case with onion. Even plants of onions reproduce using the bulb structure. Now let's get to the next type, that's the tubers. Any idea what tubers are? Well, let me give you a hint. Have you seen potatoes? They are nothing but tubers. So basically, tubers are swollen underground parts that also act as storage organs. These can develop into new plants with the help of the buds that arise on their surface. This was about vegetative propagation, the first type of asexual reproduction. Next, let us talk about the other types in the list of asexual reproduction.